Min, I appreciate your willingness to talk to me about Burma and your work here in the United States. Can you tell my people who read my webpage something about where you came from in Burma and how you got over here?
Actually, I was born in Burma, which is Mon State. The city is Plateau. And I was living in Burma in the current city. I mean, the city that I was born about, I think, 3 years. Then 88 uprising come, which is the whole nation go against the government at the time. And both of my parents were politicians at that time, so they were demonstrating the government. And when that time that crashed, my parents ran away. So I was left out with my grandparents. And my parents joined to the Canadian National Union to fight them back. Then years after years, my parents come back and grab me to take to the Manila, which is Canadian headquarters, where were they located. Now I was there about 7 years. By the time I was 10, of course, 1995. When the fall. Now then we have to move into refugees camp. So I was mostly my life was grew up here in the U.S. and Taiwan border.
And how was it that you actually got to the United States?
Well, my father is very wise. He's a very wise man. I can honor for that. He was thinking about our future. That if we are living in refugees camp, there is no other opportunities to send us forward for our education. So he sacrificed, not really sacrificed, he went to Bangkok, Thailand by himself, then trying to apply for the refugee status. At that time, the United Nations was accepting application for all the students that left from Burma. But my parents weren't students at that time. They were farmers, like locally seasonal farmers. They don't really own a farms at all. Then he was joined into the students' army, so that's why he called himself a students' army. So he went to Bangkok and tried to apply for the UN refugee status. He finally approved, and he went back to the refugees camp and grabbed us, and we have to join him. Then after we passed for the refugee status, we have to still live in a camp called Min Shwe Oo, which is in I think southern Thailand.
How long were you there before you got out to the States?
It was a year. We spent the time in Manila for a year, and I was here in the November year 2000.
And because I don't know any Burmese, how come you understand English so well and speak so well?
Well, I was here when I was 14, actually. So that's a little bit challenge that I have to go through here in the U.S. We settled in New Jersey, Campbell City, New Jersey.
Whereabouts in New Jersey?
Campbell City.
Camden?
Yes, Campbell City, New Jersey.
I was born in Camden.
Really? Across from Philadelphia?
Philadelphia, that's right.
Yes.
Can you say water?
Water.
In South Jersey, they water.
Water. Yeah. But I was there for 6 months, and with the current U.S. law, every children that under the age of 18, they should have to go to school. They should be in school. I was settled there for 6 months without attending school. I really want to go to school bad. I mean, really bad. Want to study. Then my parents couldn't find a job, So I ended up in the Vietnamese grocery store for 6 months because I need to find income and to support my family and stuff like that. Finally, my dad got contact with his friends that he knows from Campbell, which is living in Indiana, and he went there and to pick up us, and then brought us to Indiana. And then the time that we arrived here, it was snowing. Of course, like
just like Burma.
Yeah,
Right?
it was snow. It was so cold, and it's still cold. I still see snow, and they said the summer's going to be getting over. So I actually went to school when I was 15, not 14 here. I started freshman, but I wasn't really upset. I was really excited. I was really happy, to put me in school. My first challenge at school, don't know any English at all. I stepped into my first period, stepped into the years of class, and the teacher asked me, "What's your name?" I don't know. Just stare at her face, like, I'm a princess. And my friend was trying to translate for me. She wanted to sit down, and she asked your name, all those stuff like that. And I told my name, and I sat down, I started learning. I really forced myself to learn English. I went home with the loads of homework. Couldn't do homework. Tears all my eyes. I wasn't really, really success. And my dad was really forcing, "Why can you do this? What's the matter? Why you keep crying?" All this stuff. Then I found a friend called Diane. She is a senior lady. She helped me to everything. She took me to the library. She helped me the best she could to achieve my goal. So that's how I learned English. But I will never stop learning English. And I'm still learning English.
Oh, you've learned English.
I'm still here. So I have my own goal that the harder you try, the better you got. So I'll just keep trying everything I could.
But the younger you are, the easier it is to learn another language. You get to my age and try to learn Burmese, I'm in trouble.
That is true too. But I also have the friends, the same as my age, back to high school, they all drop out. And they don't really see what is the back of education. So,
Where were you in your family? Were you the firstborn or the middle child or a baby or what?
I'm the oldest one. I'm the oldest in the family. And I have 3 brothers here with me, with my parents.
Can you, you've gone through a major trauma to leave your homeland, come here to a new world, and it's not fluent in Burmese. And so you come here and you learn English and you adapt and you're working and functioning full. What is your, and how old are you right now?
I'm 28 now.
28. Are you going to stay in the States or are you going to?
That is one of my big major concern about my life. I have not made a decision yet, but my father is really want me to be a citizen here. But my dream is what I have been through and the communities that I've been raised are politicians. And they are all freedom fighters. They fight for the freedom and democracies and all human rights in Burma. I'm really activist for all of those. That's one of the reasons that I don't really want to apply with citizens here. Because I want to go back there to help my people the best way I could. That's one of the reasons. And now the current government, the Burmese government is changing the policy. So even though I can have a dual citizen, then I can still draft the U.S. citizens and become the Burmese citizen again. Anyhow, I'm planning, yes, to go back home and help them, my people, which is the ethnics from Burma.
Can you, one of the problems with Americans is that we have a fairly narrow view of the world. What if an American knows who Aung San Suu Kyi is, they know very little and have almost no background on her. What would you tell the people who are watching this interview who she is and what they ought to know about it?
Well, my best knowledge in the community that I've been involved is the mostly politician from Burma. So myself, I love all ethnicities in Burma. So I'm planning to help, and she is my role model, and I try to learn about her. But she is very intelligent, very brave, and she stepped on everything that she could help her citizens to get equal rights, like ethnic equal rights. Every human beings, every citizen in Burma has to have equal rights. So she is my role model. Of course, her father is my hero. Because I really want to be the same way as her. She's very. She showing her faith, her passions, spending times in the house arrest for many years.
15 or more years.
Yes, 2 decades actually. So, and the time that she released, yes, she still stepped on her path, walking down her path, and trying to help her people, the ethnicities that live in Burma.
It's interesting because her father was, for Americans, what we call George Washington. He was the one that got the British out, and unfortunately, he was assassinated a couple of years after that. But and she was only 2 or 3 years old when that occurred. So she's done a remarkable job. But I really do appreciate your time and your interest. And one other question, and this is a question that I'd be really interested to know. When you came from Burma and then Thailand and then came to the United States, what did you know as a Burmese back there about the United States? What was your, if you had to describe the United States from what you thought back in Burma, what was the United States like, and what is it in comparison with what you thought it was?
Well, to be honest, my dad doesn't even dream that he's going to come to the U.S. until he was in the refugees camp. And at that time, I did not know anything at all. Living in the U.S., how bad education levels in the camp and all this stuff. At the time that we were in Maniloy, and we saw a lot of movies about the, not documentation, but actual movies with the characters in there. And we don't really know how it's going to look like, but the only thing we know is, yes, there's going to be snow, and I really want to see that snow. That's all I know when I was, a child. So, but the time that I've been here, of course, when every single young adult that grew up here or being here and attending schools and colleges, they are kind of like on top of a high mountain, can see everything. According to, why do I say can see everything? So we have for, the media, we have all good communications. or good transportations, and all those kind of, achieving the developments and the goals that U.S. government already planned out. So every single people that arrive in U.S. and got here, live here, of course they are going to be intelligent somehow. Their mind's going to be wise. But they're going to be a wise man, not really wise man like a wise man, but I can definitely tell you that if they keep trying, if they keep studying, if they keep going for the goal, yes, they're going to be wise men. They can see the whole world. That's how I feel myself that live in the U.S.
Do you think that Americans are as open to Burmese as you would hope? Do you feel that they set you off?
We have for that kind of situation, we have a little issue sometimes. Not according to the color of the skin. It's according to the lack of knowledge and lack of education. That is the only matter. Yes, U.S. treat human beings as a human being. But the lack of education, the lack of knowledge, yes, they're going to treat you a little different for that.
But one of the things that I admire in you is you see where you are, mm-hmm. and you're not happy with it, and you're going to move mm-hmm. to the next level mm-hmm. up educationally. And that we have in the United States a phrase, no pain, no gain. Mm-hmm. And unless you feel the pain mm-hmm. of something, you're not going to move.
That's right.
So the pain is good if you can.
That's right. But as I said, the only thing I try to force myself to learn English to be educated is I just want to help people, because the English is not only for the American, not only for the British, not only for the Australians, but it's the whole world is using English. Yes. So everywhere I go, my dream that I want to be is go back to Burma, like being as the Aung San Suu Kyi role, and in case if I become a leader, one of the leaders from Burma, then I will definitely step up and the same height. If I'm sure like same height. If you tell me in English, of course I can. We have a back and forth conversation in English everywhere I go. So that is one of my feelings that I really, really want to go higher and higher, and step by step.
Well, I plan to go back to Scotland when they get independence in 2014, and if you get back to Burma, I expect to come back to see you too.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.